Xin chào, what's up everybody? Alright, we're on Windway. This is going to be for first time travelers to Vietnam. So, and I guess kind of everybody and people that are new to the channel, since I recently saw this happen the other day. This is don't do this on your first trip when you're in Vietnam. So let's just get right into the video. Ciao, em. Hello. They're scamming little fire breather kids. Ciao. So, on your first trip here, what the hell, man? Why are you with me still?
You get the money.
Go burn fire. I ain't giving you any money.
You get the money. Mama.
Duma.
No.
Get out of here, you little shits. Alright, the little fire breathing kids, little shitheads that were trying to scam me out of money are gone. So that'll be we'll talk about that later. Definitely don't ever watch the kids breathe fire. They've been, in the past 2 weeks, all these scams have been ramping back up in Saigon. So we'll go over that after we go over this first thing. So like I was saying, like, you can't leave something out in the open in any kind of way where a motorbike can come by at a quick accelerated rate and take your stuff. Like, let me show you. I'm purposely down this way because Flute Guy is playing at extremely intense levels of volume and it gets copyrighted and I'm not going to do a voiceover, so it's just not going to happen. So I'll show you by what I mean. So, like, you take your bag, right? Let me show you. Let's say you're going to want to sit here when there's still like traffic here. You want to sit here and you put your bag down, right? And then you sit over here, right? And then you start, next thing you do is you get on your cell phone, right? And then you're like looking up something on your cell phone. You're not paying too much attention to your bag next to you. A guy on his motorbike can drive by. It'll usually be two guys. It's usually a two-people system, but one guy can do it too. He'll just drive by on his motorbike, stop, grab your bag, and just drive off. And it's not targeted towards tourism. It's all crimes of opportunity. So theft, petty theft is the biggest crime here. Like, easily petty theft. But I think this goes to say anywhere in the world, but it's definitely a thing here. You'll see in the news all the time of, like, you know, this stealing of the cell phones, like, and the way the stealing of the cell phone happens is, I'll show you again. I'll give you an example. Say that this is during traffic when they don't have the road closed, and you know, you're out texting on your phone like this, and you're walking in this crosswalk, you know, maybe checking Google Maps or something. Boom, dude takes it right out of your hand, going 40 kilometers an hour, and 98% of the time, I'd say 99% of the time in Vietnam, you're not getting that phone back. That's just not, that's not going to be an option. You know, half the time in Saigon, they'll say, oh, the CCTVs aren't working, or, oh, we can't do it. The only places where I've ever really seen phones recovered is in Hanoi, because I think that's their capital, so they're more focused on making that look as if it's safer. Somebody just got their phone back there from CCTV the other day. So, I mean, you have to be extremely mindful of these things. The other big thing that's going on again is they've got the cyclo guys back, or what we would call a foot pedal rickshaw type deal. And these dudes are charging crazy prices to take you on like a 10-minute, 20-minute tour. So I do not recommend it. I say avoid it. They're charging, you know, 4 or 5 times what it should be. It's I would recommend it if they were charging what it should cost, like less than 100K, you know. But unfortunately they're not. They're trying to take however much. And you're kind of seeing that repeated here a lot, that they're trying to get however much for anything that's tourism industry involved. So, which is kind of sad, you know. Also though, you as a tourist have to understand money pretty quickly and what foreign country you are, and probably look up what this stuff costs if you want to do it so you don't get ripped off. You know, it falls on your shoulders ultimately to figure out, you know, are you getting ripped off? Is your rip-off meter going on? And to just walk away. The other thing that has come back in huge fashion, which I do not recommend at all, especially in District 1. Now you can use them if you're like at the airport and you walk outside the airport. If you watch the first video I ever did on my channel, it's me using a freelance motorbike driver by walking outside the hotel and getting this guy's name's Son. I still know him to this day. So we carried a huge 50 kg suitcase on a scooter all the way from the airport into District 1, where I stayed at a capsule hotel. And the music just kills it. It's so shameful that they play it so loud. We'll walk down one of these side streets, because it's almost useless to like walk down here. So these freelance motorbike guys are all over in District 1 again now. And they'll have a Grab uniform on half the time. So they'll try to fool you like they are Grab. But if they don't make you use the Grab app, they are not Grab. So you have to really watch your stuff with the freelance dudes. They'll start telling you stories. They usually know a good amount of English because they've done it so frequently before COVID. And they'll be like, oh, my buddy's got a banh mi shop. You want to go to his banh mi shop? My buddy's got a pho shop. You want to go there? Now, this is circumstantial. Like, this is mainly going to revolve around the tourist areas. Like I said, some of these guys are going to be okay in, you know, super authentic Vietnamese districts where there's no expats living. You should have no problem there. But again, why would you do that when Grab is such a fantastic app? Grab secures your security. You know, it shows you the license plate of the bike. You know, especially if you're a girl, you want that kind of security. You should not be jumping on old man's random bike and taking you on a random adventure. Not everybody has the best, you know, looking to do the best and be a kind person. You know, there's lots of moments of opportunity here for prying on tourism here again, since the tourists are finally coming back. There's definitely a huge uptick. I think this month is probably this last month was probably the largest influx of foreign tourists that I saw pretty much since we've reopened. The amount of people that were out before that Banh Mi festival was insane. But you've really got to watch, you know, your belongings, your bags, your phones, your wallet. You know, I've been saying this, giving this same information and tips since I've started the channel. But since there's always new people and stuff like that, and it never hurts to kind of retell you to be careful, you know. And if you're like a worrisome person and you don't want to have any problems at all, get a zipper pocket shorts. I came with like 3 pairs of zipper pocket shorts when I got here. Not that I'm a worrisome person, but I knew I was going to get drunk probably. And I'm like, well, it was just smart. And then you get into a habit of, you know, putting your wallet and your phone in the zipper pocket and then zipping it. So it makes it a lot harder. And my biggest thing is, you know, if you're going to walk around on your phone, do it on a sidewalk off to the side. You know, I just remind myself to put my camera on the right side. You know, I actively think about that. You know, you're more careful once you're more careful once you get your phone stolen, like I did, out of your hand as you're walking across the street. Like, and I've told my story 100 times. If you know the story of how my phone got stolen, let me know in the comments. But the guy just grabbed it as I was walking down the street, and he was with his girlfriend. Like, and it was just a pure crime of opportunity, and she hit him on the side of the head right away. You know, there's nothing you can do when that happens. You're not going to get that phone back in Saigon. In Hanoi, there's a 2% chance maybe. And the same with, like, one time, you know, a guy left his bag. We were live streaming when I used to live stream during the day. We were on a live stream. There was a backpack left on one of the wooden benches here in Bui Vinh, or in Nguyen Huai. And I'm like, man, somebody left this here, because Vietnamese do not leave their stuff. I'm like, 100% someone accidentally just got on their bike and drove off. I didn't think it was an expat, because I think it was during COVID time, so we were pretty shut down still. So I'm like, stream, let's sit down and watch this guy's bag, and we did, and what do you know? It was a Vietnamese. He came about 10 minutes later, sprinting to the bag. And he grabs the bag and he looks in and he's like, oh my God, my camera equipment's here. He happened to have a very expensive camera and an expensive camera lens. How you forget that, I don't know, but shit happens. You know, he could have got some kind of call, and had to go right away and just was in a hurry to go do that. Like, you never know. You can't judge that scenario, but the guy ended up wanting to give me like 10 million dong on the spot, and I'm like, come Sal, no worries, dude, no worries. It's all good. You know, people that are good just do good things. We don't need a... Man, the saxophone still... I gotta go. This guy just... He gets louder each time. And it's just... We'll keep walking down this way. It's fun. And it just really makes for a not enjoyable one-way experience anymore. I guarantee you somebody will start complaining about all the noise on one way. You'll see it in VN Express 100%. Yes, the guys. You'll 100% see it in VN Express in the next month or so. It would be fine if they just played it at normal levels. Like, it's just that they play like they're in a theater, like playing into a room. It's insane. So you've got to be just super mindful of these things. There's lots of other little scams here. They're definitely going to be the, you know, the taxi driver scam for a flat fare. There's definitely going to be, you know, always run the clock. When you're in a taxi, if you have no idea what the path is supposed to be, kind of open up Google Maps and you can follow along with him and see if he's actually going the right way. And then, you know, if you're kind of feeling he's trying to run up the meter, just simply pull out the Google Maps and be like, where are you going, bro? And then usually he'll correct his path. I've only really had that happen to me, I think of about one time when I was just super drunk when I started dating Win-Win. And the guy took me we were in District 2, and we were leaving from Boy Vane. And I'm like, where are you at? I knew we were in District 2. I'm like, dude, I don't live anywhere close to this. And he's like, oh, this is right. So then I call Win-Win, and Win tells him, she's like, what are you doing, dude? You've got to refund his money and take him to where he's supposed to go. So there's lots of little things like that. You just got to be on your toes, you know, on your P's and Q's, and make sure things are clear. It's the same thing like when a guy asks me if he wants to go to a lady bar. I'm like, dude, just pay your tab every time, bring cash, and make sure the price is clear with everyone before anything's ordered. Be like, this is the price of the beer. How much is the price of hers? Okay, that's fine. Buy it. Bring me my check as you bring us the drinks, and just pay as you go. This would be the best method for that. You know, there's not too many other crazy scams here in any real way that I know of. If you do know of a scam, feel free to add it in the comment section. And then the fire-breathing kids and the Alibabas, don't feed them. The Alibabas are the street kids that walk around on Boy Vane. Same with the fire driggers. There's a fake mom usually, and then there's the little girl selling the little trinkets. Do not give them any money. Do not buy any of their stuff. They'll mark your ass, and they'll keep coming up to you and asking you to buy shit. And it'll be very hard, especially if you go there more than once, to not pay that lady. Even the super nice short person girl that I give stuff to, I can never not escape her without buying something for 10K or 20K. So even though she's really, really nice. So, you know, it is what it is. What can we do? I'm just gonna help you count. So I'm just gonna help you on like what tips you should be doing to avoid getting scammed in Vietnam. And that's probably one of the best things you can do, is just really take these tips to heart. And like with anything here, make sure price is clear. It's often not recommended to go somewhere on Boy Vane that doesn't post any prices for drinks. Same with like street vendors. If you're gonna order like an orange juice, a Comvat, and there's no sign, like there's no sign to say the price, then ask her what the price is ahead of time, because they might try to just be like 50K. On general, a Comvat and orange juice should be 20K. So yeah, just little stuff like that, guys. All right, thanks for watching. Stay frosty. Sign up for the Patreon if you want for additional content. Definitely. They all think she's hot. Like that. Oh, yeah, girl. Hot. They got a girl here. Yeah, oh yeah, it's just right. Like, don't know if you can see it. All the girl has to be is pretty decent looking already, and then she throw that owie on. Dudes lose their mind. So yeah, that's the video. Thank you so much. I hope it was helpful for some of you. It really inspired me when the guy's laptop almost got stolen. And at the end of the day, his laptop still got dropped and probably broken, so he probably had to repair it. But just trying to help you guys out. So stay frosty. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace out.